Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. There's news out today, ladies and gentlemen, and well, actually, it's kind of like old news, but it's going through its rotation. So hey, why not talk about it, right? It seems as if that we all know that Oscar the Bitch, aka Oscar De La Hoya, and his red-headed stepchild Canelo Alvarez have basically threw a fuckboy deal to Gennady Golovkin. You know, that's the sad thing about this, man. I'm seeing so many fans disrespect Gennady Golovkin. I'm seeing other fighters disrespect Gennady Golovkin. This is just bullshit. Straight up bullshit. The thing is this, man. I respect Canelo Alvarez and what he's done in boxing, the fan base that he's built. We all know he is the cash cow in boxing right now. I get all of that. But a 90-10 split or either a flat rate or any no pay-per-view, any kind of bullshit like that is totally unacceptable. Let me remind everybody, ladies and gentlemen, that Gennady Golovkin has 3 of the major belts at 160. The only two fighters, in my opinion, on the planet that could demand what Canelo Alvarez is demanding, and I think Triple G should go through with the fight, would be Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Billy Joe Saunders. Yes, Billy Joe Saunders. And the reason being because all of these years, Gennady Golovkin has stated that the reason he never leaves or left middleweight because there was not a fight big enough to entice him to leave middleweight and get all the belts. He wants every major belt at middleweight, and he don't have the WBO belt, which Billy Joe Saunders has. That's why I say that. Now, rumor has it that Canelo Alvarez, after he fights Liam Smith, he gains the WBO belt at 54, which automatically puts him in line for a WBO title shot at 160. Then he will maneuver to try to get a fight with Billy Joe Saunders. Now, if Canelo Alvarez gets the belt from Billy Joe Saunders and Gennady Golovkin's team sits back and allow it, then Gennady Golovkin then, at that point, can demand anything he wants. Because in my opinion, anyone with that, I said Billy Joe Saunders, but technically anyone with that WBO belt can get whatever the fuck they want from Gennady Golovkin. Because this is your whole reason for never going up in weight, Gennady Golovkin. And I'm going to hold you accountable to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold you accountable to that. Regardless of all the dumb statements that have came out of the Gennady Golovkin camp, mainly by Abel Sanchez, I'll fight anybody from 54 to 68. Well, fuck that. This is the main one that I'm holding him accountable to because this is the one that out of the mouth of Gennady Golovkin, he stated the reason why he wasn't leaving middleweight. And I respect him and I respect Gennady Golovkin for what he's done in the sport enough to allow him to do that. This is history here. So I'm cool with that. But 90-10 split in under any other circumstances is bullshit. Canelo, you dropped the belt, man. You dropped the belt. You the one that looked like a biatch to the world and your Mexican countrymen. You did, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand the reason. I get it. I did a vid on it. I got it. It's business. You need to recoup some dough. You lost a lot of money in your court cases. I get that. But offering the well-respected Gennady Golovkin, a man who's trying to make history, a man who's done nothing but right in the sport of boxing. He got in there. He had a wonderful amateur career. He becomes a pro and he becomes like an unstoppable force. And don't give me that shit about his opposition. Because if that's the case, they shouldn't have been champions at 160 in the first place. A man who's such a hype job. Oh, Gennady Golovkin is a hype job. He ain't fought no one. Yet every time I turn around and see Gennady Golovkin trying to get a fight with a major fighter, it's always some bullshit. If he's such a hype job, why ain't nobody trying to expose him and get the 3 belts off of him? This is what I don't get. You know, last time I checked, it was challengers that were supposed to hunt out champions, not champions to hunt out challengers. These guys got to find roads to Gennady Golovkin at the end of the day. I mean, this is crazy to me. You would think that Canelo Alvarez was the more accomplished boxer, man. I swear you would. Technically, we all know Gennady Golovkin is the more accomplished boxer. 3 titles, says so, in 1 division. Canelo Alvarez has never been unified, nor undisputed for that matter. So come on, man. Come on, man. I'm not going to sit here and down Canelo by any means. He's a great fighter. But yet and still, Triple G is also. And Canelo Alvarez need to show a little more respect, as well as Oscar De La Hoya. I don't give a fuck. And if Triple G cannot get the respect from those two, and those two do not, and Canelo Alvarez does not get his hands on that WBO, then hey, it is what it is. What Gennady Golovkin needs to be doing, as we speak, is throwing everything but the kitchen sink to Billy Joe Saunders. He needs to get to Billy Joe Saunders before Canelo does. Don't know how, don't know how much it's going to take, don't know what it's going to take. But all I know is, unless Gennady Golovkin wants to get full advantage taken of him, he better throw a big bag of money, or should I say his people need to throw a big bag of money towards Billy Joe Saunders fast. And that's if, and I repeat, if he gets past my main man, Kell Brook. The fight breakdown is coming up, folks. Don't miss it. To the next video, Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man, Made Man. You know, it's sad to see the disrespect that Triple G goes through. At this point, I'm well beyond convinced. I've looked into the storylines of each of these fighters that so-called wanted to fight him or he should have fought. And none of these fights were technically really available to Gennady Golovkin unless he was getting full advantage taken of him, man. This is bullshit. It's really fucking sad, man. It's fucking sad what the middleweight division has come down to. All because one man dominates so well. Shit is sad. Once he go up to 68, I'm expecting no less from Gennady Golovkin, by the way. That same vigor in fighting, you know, that he fights at 160, he better be taking that shit up to 68, and I don't want to hear shit about weight. Not 6 pounds. No fucking way. I mean, not 8 pounds. No fucking way. To the next video. Peace out.